I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com, and today I want to talk about just quitting drinking alcohol and the changes for the better, and just in terms of how you look. We seem to be, I think everyone cares about how they look. A lot of people, me especially, I go around sometimes saying, I don't care, you don't care about how I look, but we do, it's just a part of our nature, I think, it's just a part of who we are. And I think it's one of the biggest things that I noticed about myself when I quit drinking was just the way I changed in appearance. I look back at that first video and it's just it's so different to the person I am now. Not just in the shape of my face, the weight I had on. I had an extra 60 pound on my body, but you can't go through all those toxins and still look healthy. It's not possible. So when you look at yourself a year down the road, there's so many parts of your life that are going to change. The way you think, the way you behave, the way you act. It's amazing. Thinking for me was one of the biggest things. Just the change in outlook, the change in in the things that you can do, the change in what you want to do, your motivations, your expectations. And you don't really notice these changes in your physical self. For a while, they take a while to filter through. But it's after you've gone through a year and, you look back on old photographs. If you've done old videos of yourself, it's even better, that you really notice the changes. That's why I say to people, make that first video on the day that you quit, or within, a short time of when you quit, and take a look at that, because that's going to give you motivation. You'll see the changes. You'll see the changes after a month, but you'll really see changes after a year. But it's the same as anything else, right? If you eat a diet of McDonald's, right, and all of a sudden you change your diet, you start eating whole foods, real food that grows out of the ground, not adulterated by chemicals, preservatives, any of that shite. You will notice a difference in yourself. A year later, you will be a completely different person. What you put into your body is what you're made of. And that includes the stuff that you're drinking. If you drink alcohol, then that's what your body has for fuel. And you can be eating good food at the same time. I wasn't, not most of the time anyway. I tried. Thought I was eating healthy, but when you look back at it, and once I was drinking, I didn't give a shit what I was eating. So it's akin to that. And I was making this point yesterday as I speak in a podcast I did with somebody else, that those changes in your life are so apparent. One change like taking alcohol out of your life, getting rid of all those toxins, that all starts having a snowball effect on other areas of your life. You start to see things, I've spoken about this before, where the alcohol was masking a lot of my other problems, right? It masks everything else, because it's so pervasive. It's a big toxin to be taken into your body, especially on a regular basis, you know. And you know, it hides all these other things, you know, like once I stopped drinking, I all of a sudden began to notice when I was dehydrated, and really dehydrated. And I knew it was dehydration this time. It wasn't just pining for a drink. I notice in the morning when I don't have my pint of water. I notice when I don't eat properly. You know, if I eat crap food, I notice that the next day I get a hangover, you know. It's really strange. So and I think the same thing happens, you know, when you move from a really stressful environment, you know, from a city environment where there's a lot of smog, there's a lot of stress, and you move to a much more tranquil country sort of type environment. You know, you notice that in the way you look. So I hope you got something out of that video. If you have any questions at all, any comments, then leave a comment down below. Come on over to the website, sign up for the newsletter, and I'll see you again. Have a good day. Keep the alcohol out your your mouth. Stay healthy. Stay safe. I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Onwards and upwards.